Wealth of the rich is built on the labor and hardship of the poor. The harder the poor work, the richer the rich become. You were taught to work hard. You were never taught who collects the harvest. A donkey worked tirelessly, day after day, turning the mill, round and round in the same circular groove worn into the stone floor, not for himself, for the wheel, for the grain, for the bread that would appear on someone else's table. One day, when his owner approached him in a drunken state, he said, "You are amazing. Without you, we would have to eat on ground wheat. Work hard. At the end of the year, I will give you a reward." The donkey smiled sincerely and worked even faster. That night, the owner's family ate fresh bread made from milled wheat, warm, fragrant, placed at the center of a table the donkey had never been invited near. And he told his children, "When you grow up, never be like that foolish donkey who spends his entire life turning the mill without understanding the true nature of the world." While eating corn in the dark, the donkey spoke to the young foal beside him, in the only language animals know, which is the language of what they do. "When you grow up, I will pass the millstone on to you. It is an honorable job." The bitterest truth of this world, 99 out of every 100 people work hard, but with limited understanding. And all their effort, all their years, ultimately benefit the 1% who sees reality more clearly. The donkey produces the grain. Someone else counts the money. The greatest function of those 99 is to act as the material that keeps society turning, so that the 1% can live better lives and enjoy greater freedoms. The mill spins. Someone benefits. The donkey walks the same circle every day and calls it purpose. To secure their position, the 1% continually create laws to restrict and control the 99. The paperwork is not bureaucracy. It is a fence, built of language instead of wood, and the donkey walks the perimeter of it every day without knowing the fence exists. If hard work made people wealthy, why are farmers always poor? The donkey pulls the plow from the first light to the last, and at the end of the season, the harvest belongs to someone else. The work is real. The reward is not. If working hard created wealth, why must laborers work from dawn to midnight and still receive only meager wages at month's end? The donkey turns the mill turns the grain becomes bread, the bread becomes money. None of it belongs to the donkey. Simply working hard does not make a person rich. Only by changing awareness, changing perspective, can one truly become wealthy. Start by changing your view of money. Money is not just paper. It is not just numbers in a bank account. Money is the condensed value of human time and energy. When you work, you are actually selling the time of your life. The donkey sold every hour he had. He just never knew the price he was charging was far too low. A wealthy person is someone who has learned, instead of selling their own time, to organize the time of others. The donkey had strength. He did not have this knowledge. He turned the mill. He never asked, "Why is the mill not mine?" The donkey in our story was hardworking, but he had strength, not insight. He turned the mill. He never asked, "Why is the mill not mine? Why do I eat only corn while the fruits of my labor are placed on others' tables? Why do I eat only corn while the fruits of my labor are placed on others' tables? Why is the promised reward always in the future?" The donkey never asked, and because he never asked, the answer never had to be given. Why is the promised reward always in the future? Always at the end of the year, always after just a little more work. The carrot does not move closer. The road simply gets longer. Why is the mill not mine? The donkey had turned it 10,000 times. He knew every groove in the stone. He knew the weight of the sweep arm in the dark. He had never once asked who owned it. Start by changing your view of money. If you are financially struggling, if the income from hard effort slips away easily, it is not because you are not smart enough. It is because you have not yet understood the true nature of money. The donkey had strength. He had loyalty. He had years. What he did not have was the question. Ask who owns the mill. Ask why the reward is always next year. Ask what your time is worth, and to whom. Wealth is not built by working harder inside the mill. It is built by asking who owns the mill, and then making the answer different. The awareness comes first. Everything else follows awareness. You are growing. Every question you ask is a brick you lay. Every shift in perspective is a door you open. The donkey who never asked is the story we were told to live. You do not have to live it. If this moves something in you, follow Thinking Rich HQ.